Aaron here on a side venture right now. I was supposed to be on my way back from Singapore to the Klang Valley, and I happened to be taking the Tuas Way. So there was a Second Causeway, right? So um, and then on the signboard, I saw it was a way to Gelang Patah, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to check it out again. So here's a quick background, alright? Back in 2005, when I was starting my online business for the first time, I retreated to Gelang Patah, which is Johor Bahru. It's quite a rural area, okay? So this is where I am right now. So even though some parts have been modernized today, 11 years later, but a lot, you can see right now that it's pretty much a very kampong, very still pretty much rural area in most parts, right? So this, I have to say, it's like kind of a memory lane, and oh shit, that freaking car's still here until now, right? There used to be like some junk cars over here, all right? So anyways, this is memory lane for me, because when my business was not working out back then, I would walk here in this particular area right now, which is actually far away from home. I just realized when I drove here, I'm like, shit, this is really far away. Okay, things were not, it was a very depressive moment at the time. What I would still say, even to this day, it's still one of the hardest trying times ever I had. Okay, so I would walk here, clear my head out, walk around here in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, not because I woke up early, but because I was staying up at the time. All right, so I have to say that, you know, walking around here brings back memories. Surprisingly, a lot of things didn't change here. Okay, it's still very humble looking. A lot of things didn't really change, all right? So to be back here 11 years later, unexpectedly, it just feels strange or surreal to me. All right, so I'm going to show you more parts about Gelang Patah afterwards, where I was just going around. I spent from 2003 to 2005 over here. Okay, with the exception of 2004 when I was in Kelana Jaya at the time working as an office boy. All right, so you can say that the genesis of my online business started here when it was on a freaking 56K modem, when everyone was already using Streamix at the time, you know. All right, I'm going to show you more parts about Gelang Patah afterwards. Alright, I see that a lot of things here didn't change. That flyover bridge is still there, very old. All the grass bits are still like the way they were. And I didn't risk driving here because the roads are rather narrow. And yeah, this is where I walked around in the morning at a time. Okay, this was like 2005, alright, when things were just not going well for me at the time. So I would just walk around here, clear my head out. We were like dirt poor at the time. Believe it or not, we were eating a slice of bread a day between my mom and myself. Hard to believe story, even I don't believe what I'm just saying, but really that was the life back then. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it, but on my right over here is SMK Gelang Patah. This is where I finished the last year of my high school as a pelajar ganti or substitute student. Freaking horrible school the way I remember it. Nobody loves to study, but they love to have recess fights after the school is over. Every day. I'll be damned. This place is still around. Awesome. So in 2003, in my last year as a Form 5 student, things were pretty bad, as I may have mentioned before. Okay, so what happened is that I spent the last few months in SMK Gelang Patah as a substitute student, and basically the school, in short, right, the students were just not interested in learning at all, and the school teachers just didn't know what to do. Okay, so when I came in, I became an outcast right away, because like, who the hell is this guy, this shit ass banana from some city in KL or PJ, whatever. All right, but I didn't have much going on for me at the time at that point in my life. Couldn't get a job as a factory worker or what have you, so I would decide to maybe just just at least finish my SPM. Okay, so the teachers took interest in me, and one of them was Miss Tan, okay, and she's the maths teacher. So she recommended me to her husband, who's Dr. Un, okay, and she told me to go to that center over there, that Pusat Tuition Secara Percuma, or free tuition in short. And all I needed to do to just get in is to buy a shirt at a time, just show that I'm a member of the place, like 4 ringgit, like that, very very cheap. Okay, got in, and so he was going to teach me maths for free. All right, and bear in mind, at this point in time, at best I would just barely pass in maths. Most of the time I would fail. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to do. Not much choice, just went ahead, And when I went to that center for the first time, I saw this old man facing the board. There's no one else in the center. It's just me and him. And I said, "Oh, you must be Dr. Un, right?" He said, "Oh, yeah, you must be Edmund as well." Okay, you know what? Here's the workbook. Let's get started. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what? I haven't been studying for months. I forgotten everything that I had learned. Okay, and it's like, no, you just go ahead with the first question, and we just go along the way. So in as much as I resisted, and I was like, I didn't feel prepared at all. Okay, he said, "You know what? Just go ahead." And he gave me that stare, right? So I think this guy was serious. Okay, I got intimidated. Okay, so I picked up the chalk and started off with the first problem. Okay, so the workbook was at 500 questions, and yeah, as you would have guessed, I didn't know what to do. So he slowly guided me along the way. We were giving me the formulas and all that. So the way the AdMaths book worked was that every 5 to 10 questions, they'll use the same formula to solve it. So it would help me build my confidence. And after that, they'll put a little bit of a variation to the problem, and then we just go on, okay? So initially, I had a slow start. He had to be very, very patient with me. I felt very stupid, really, okay? So even at my best, I just barely passed, like I said, all right? So, but he was very patient with me, okay? So after the first day, he said to me, "Okay, Edmund, this is going to be the way we're going to do things until SPM, okay?" And instantly, the first paper is actually AdMaths, all right? So we're going to solve all 500 questions before your first paper, okay? So while I was studying everything else, for additional maths, I would learn under him, Dr. Un, okay? So word has it that he was a former professor in USM Penang, okay? I didn't know it at the time until much, much later. So for the last 3 months of my high school life, I would do it almost every day, go to that tuition center, and sometimes he would come to my house, and we would just go ahead and solve whatever questions there were or problems there were until we finished like probably 2 or 3 days before the first paper. And when I finished the 500th question, and he said to me, "Edmund, you have A1 in your pockets already." And he was right. Even though I wasn't sure about it, I didn't see it at the time, he was right about it. And time came to pay my gratitude the following year when I started working as an office boy. So I came back to Gelang Patah, this place, hoping to look for him or at least his wife. Bought a computer gift from I think one of those shops. And you know what? He left, okay, and we couldn't find him again ever since. It was very strange because he was here with his wife for like 9 years up to that point, and of all the times he's just got to leave. Apparently his wife got transferred to another school, and he followed as well, okay? Bear in mind, he was a retiree, okay? So he was just following his wife around. So it's quite strange, right, how things played out. All right, so I got my A1, built my confidence in a way. Really owe him a lot back then, because, you know, I mean, for students, if you know, remember what it's like being a student, your exams were just everything to you at the time. So yep, A1 was what I got for my AdMaths, thanks to this man. Back then in 2003 to 2005, this place was very empty. Very few cars. You can count them with your fingers even. But today, just got back, this is 2016, and wow, lots and lots of cars. It's becoming like another PJ or another KL going on here. Okay, so but I see that the shops are relatively almost same. There's some expansion going on. Okay, but it's really good to see that the Pusat Tuition Secara Percuma is still there. All right, I'm just so happy to see it. Okay, I think we've seen enough around here. Let's head back. So okay, you know, back then we had to always take the bus transport. It's the only transport we could get to get out of this suburban area, and after that it's quite a long windy road out here, right? So we could wait anywhere from half an hour to even an hour for a bus every now and then. If you miss one, that's how long you gotta wait for the next one, okay? So life was really shitty at the time, right? I mean, in as simple as this place is. A lot of people don't know Gelang Patah until maybe Gelang Patah is usually just famous for 2 things, right? One is when Lim Kit Siang was campaigning for this during the general elections in I think it's 2013, all right? So suddenly a lot of people in Malaysia have heard about Gelang Patah, okay? And the one before that was an infamous rape case of Nurul Huda around here as well. So those are about the only times people around Malaysia would have heard of Gelang Patah and Johor Bahru, okay? So other than that, I've actually been here for much way before all this had happened. So in a way, it's good to see that some things are developing here and some things don't change at the same time, they still stay the same. So I'm not sure when I'm going to come back here again. It's just good passing by here. Alright, so, and I mean, it feels very surreal coming back here, a very different person. At the time, I was a indecisive teenager. Didn't know what would happen to me in my future. Future seems bleak at a time. And now just came back driving my own car. Fucking hell, 3 cars, right? And I think it's just going to get better and better. I didn't expect to come back here, businessman, right? It's just crazy. So, anyways, thanks for listening out to me. Uh, I've always been looking for ways to, tell this part about my life, all right? And I think we've been in memory lane long enough, so we'll start to head back to Puchong, PJ, KL, all right, and get on with business, all right? So let's hit the road again. I'll see you the next time around.